cost of it, and that's the same time when the pensioners have taken their fuel allowance have been taken off them.
Yeah, and Kevin, of course, we can't go into any details of where this hotel...
It's a lovely hotel as well.
Yep, as you can see on the screen there, Kevin, it is, let's face it, it looks like the kind of hotel you'd be delighted to have a wedding reception. There's a plush bar you can see on your screen there, ample seating area. It looks incredibly salubrious. Look at it, it's a sculpted architecture finished interior. In this footage that was supplied to us by Truth Hurts.
Okay, so guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping well. Now, today we're going to be exploring an illegal migrant hotel that has been exposed by secret recordings and a local businessman. And this comes just after winter fuel payments were slashed for the elderly in the United Kingdom, alongside a burden placed on inheriting farmland for farmers in the UK. So we clearly see that this woke Labour government attacks in every single sector: business owners, farmers inheriting farmland. You know, they're slashing 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion is such a small amount for a subsidised payment for the elderly in the UK to keep their houses warm. But yet, Keir Starmer has pledged 3 billion annually to carry on this war machine in Ukraine. So the Labour government clearly haven't got their priorities straight, and wasteful spending seems to be at the top of their list. Anyway, guys, let's read some of these comments before we get into the video. Should be full of pensioners keeping warm and getting a few meals a day. Medical care, dental care, yet this government treats our citizens so badly. Pensioners freeze to death while illegal immigrants enjoy luxury hotels. This is a national disgrace and not a word of protest from our MPs. Absolutely shameful. This next comment breaks my heart. It reads, I'm 81 years old, lost my winter fuel allowance and have to buy a small economical heater to keep my living room warm to try and help my medical problems while they rub our noses into how well they are looked after. Just shows Starmer's disdain for the British people. And the last one, if politicians wanted to stop the illegal boats, they could. The truth is they don't want to. Lots of people in high places are getting stinking rich on this illegal boat situation. He is absolutely, or she is absolutely correct on this. But anyway, guys, I'm going to play the segment for you now, and then I'll come with my analysis at the end.
Now, two councils in Warwickshire have issued a joint statement about the news that a hotel in Warwick is being used to house refugees. Warwickshire County Council and Warwick District Council said the Home Office has decided to use a local hotel for the accommodation of asylum seekers. And this is the Home Office's decision as part of a national response to current challenges within the asylum system. We're told that this is a temporary arrangement. Well, joining me now to discuss this, a man who hopes it is temporary. That's a local businessman, Kevin Murphy. Kevin, thank you very, very much for agreeing to speak to us today on GB News about this. So the Labour Party said they were going to end the use of asylum hotels, depending on the way you look, costs us between £8 and £4 million every single day. And yet here we go in your manor around Warwick. Suddenly you found out this week that's not the case, and a luxury hotel has been flipped and is now filled with asylum seekers. Tell us more. Tell us how you feel about that, Kevin.
Well, it's been a main topic of conversation in my bar. I've got customers that come in Leamington and in Warwick, and they're just very concerned. There's people that have booked that hotel for Christmas parties that have been cancelled. They're very concerned of the people that have been let in. You know, if I go on holiday, for example, I need to show a passport. You need to be checked and verified. You get searched at the airport. But these people just come over. We don't know who they are. We don't know how old they are. We don't know if they've got a criminal record, if they've got any diseases like, I don't know, typhoid or anything like that whatsoever. And it's just a concern. And it's on top of that, it's the cost as well. The absolute astronomical cost of it. And that's the same time when the pensioners have taken their fuel allowance have been taken off them.
Yeah, and Kevin, of course, we can't go into any details of where this hotel...
It's a lovely hotel as well.
Yep, as you can see on the screen there, Kevin, it is, let's face it, it looks like the kind of hotel you'd be delighted to have a wedding reception. There's a plush bar you can see on your screen there, ample seating area. It looks incredibly salubrious. Look at it, it's a sculpted architecture finished interior. In this footage that was supplied to us by Truth Hurts, that's a YouTube account, and on social media, they also in this room have a have their own dedicated, this is an NHS dedicated room, so there's healthcare on tap, there's free food on tap, the heating is blasting out on tap, and the broader issue here, Kevin Murphy, 360 men dumped on the community, and there was absolutely no consultation of this whatsoever, and as I understand, you found out. I mean, how did you find out about it?
Found out mainly from, I say, my customers that live in Warwick told me about it, but it's all over Facebook, our local Facebook. But as well, it's all males. Where's their wives and girlfriends and sisters? And it's all males, 18 to 24 maybe. It's just disturbing for a lot of people. And then also the staff who work at that hotel, when they took that job on, they thought, that's a great little job, I'm a waiter or waitress or barman or porter. And they're probably thinking, oh, I don't really want to serve all these people. So it's just not right. And I said the cost as well.
And again, without going into the location of this hotel, we're not legally allowed to do that. But in general terms, as I understand it, it's a long way from the town. So I mean, what's going to be happening? They're going to be, the men are going to be milling around country lanes, and Warwick Castle. It's a beautiful town. It's a very, very picturesque part of the United Kingdom. This is not the sort of thing that's on your agenda has ever happened to you before, Kevin Murphy? No,
that's right. As I say, it's just it's a question of priorities. There's so many more things we could be spending our money on, as opposed to putting them people up and, as you say, three meals a day, lovely accommodation, heating, swimming pool, everything there for them. And I say, I do know some people who have had their Christmas parties was booked for that hotel, and now they've cancelled. So they've got to rebook somewhere else and scrabble around, maybe too late notice now to get booked in somewhere else.
Okay, so guys, that brings the segment to an end. What we've clearly seen and what has been demonstrated in this clip and in recent months is that in the UK, these powerful bureaucrats that control government, they control policy, domestic policy, and even international policy, where I was talking about the splurging of £3 billion annually to carry on this war carnage in Ukraine that's being sponsored by the Labour Party. Yes, it was formerly sponsored by the Conservative Party as well, 110%. But what we're seeing is these powerful bureaucrats adopting a domestic policy that puts the people in the United Kingdom last, and it puts immigrants first. Immigrants are coming over by boats, they're being unchecked. It's like what this man Kevin Murphy said in the interview. When we take planes, we're searched, our bags are searched, we're searched thoroughly, etc. But then people are coming over as refugees to the United Kingdom. We don't know nothing about them, and they're being housed in the best and most luxurious hotels in and around the United Kingdom at the expense of the British taxpayer. So we're paying for these guys to be in these hotels, and it's costing the UK taxpayer a fortune, an absolute fortune. And the UK taxpayer have said many times that they do not want to see this carry on, but the UK government couldn't care less, and they carry on bringing refugees over that are unchecked, and they're dumping them in the community and telling the British people that you will pay for this. So the British people have essentially have no say. The citizens in the United Kingdom have no say in the matter, and they carry out the policy, they carry out what they want regardless. And last time I checked, that was not a democracy. Well, we've not lived in a democracy for a very, very long time. There's an illusion of a democracy, but there's actually no democracy, because the government talks all the time. When the people vote, when the people say what they want, it gets overlooked and it gets sidelined. So it clearly shows that we're not living in no democracy. So yeah. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next video. Peace.